Meanwhile, now to Canada, where police are threatening to arrest Freedom Convoy protesters without a warrant.
Yeah, and listen to this. A court in Ontario freezes access to over $8 million in donations for these protesters.
This time with Give, Send, Go. Jeff Flock from our sister network, Fox Business, joins us live on the ground in Ottawa from inside the Freedom Convoy. Jeff?
That has been a real important thing for this convoy because the funding of it has been a key. It's been very well organized to the point I'm standing in what is a child care area here. We're early and the kids aren't here yet, but this is what they've set up. I mean, they've got everything. They're smoking meat over here, and we're right in front of Parliament. This is the exit and entrance for a lot of people, members of Parliament. And, you know, yesterday I watched people come out after debating, and even some of the Parliament members who are in favor of the mandates, and that's right. Nobody accosted them. Nobody, chased them into the bathroom or anything. This has been a very peaceful, in my view, very peaceful protest throughout. Occasionally you get somebody who's, starts a little trouble, but generally this is a peaceful movement here that has gone well beyond the truckers. Maybe you see, this is... and you often hear the tones of French because there are plenty of French Canadians here.
Yeah, that's la petite Québec ici.
Why are you here?
To get our freedom back. I don't want to raise my kids with masks and QR codes, so that's why we're here.
What are you making this morning?
Bacon and eggs. I just started, so I'm cooking the bacon first, and we have plenty of eggs. So
it sounds like you're here for the long haul.
Yeah, I'm here since day one, so it's been 15 days. We're in Ottawa right now. I'm with my wife and kids, so we're here to stay.
You feel very deeply about this to make that kind of a commitment.
Yeah. Like we're all in this together, but people don't realize how we struggling in this, and we need a QR code for this or QR code for that, and so it's like
too much.
Yeah, it's too much, and the pressure we have to get vaccinated. There's something about it that just don't work.
Are you vaccinated?
It's medical information. It's not of your business.
Okay, that's a fair answer. Yeah, but you just don't want to be mandated.
Yeah, that's it. I just don't want to end all the mandates, and it's going to be all right.
Got it. I appreciate it. Yeah. I'll let you get back to breakfast.
Thank you.
Thank you. You can just walk up to pretty much anybody here, and they've got something to tell you. Their passion, carrying Canadian flags, as I see this gentleman here, right here. Tell me why you're here, sir.
I'm a 60-year-old grandfather who's been fired from his job by General Motors of Canada on December 12th. They told all non-vax people to just leave. They've cut us all out. My 31-year-old son has lost his job. He will be in April. He's been told he's gone because he's not vaxxed. And my daughter, who was pregnant in the fall and being asked to vax, had to leave early and give birth to a child prematurely after the government was harassing her to take the vaccine. So my family has been impacted in hundreds of thousands of dollars. My son-in-law has his own business, consulting business, and he's losing tens of thousands of dollars. The government has decided to punish their people, and I'm here to stop it.
You feel very passionate about this.
I will die to protect my family and my children from overreach by the government. I'm here for peace, for love, and satisfaction of people living in a country in unity. And this Mr. Trudeau does not deserve the title of Prime Minister. He is an insult to Canadians. I just want to know how far Mr. Trudeau would go if somebody took the food off of his table, because that's how far I'm going to go, Mr. Trudeau. Mark my words, Mr. Trudeau.
Sir, I appreciate very much you sharing your story. I can see the emotion.
Thank you.
No one could say it better, perhaps, in terms of a spokesman for this group. And that's just a guy I walked up to. I hadn't talked to him before. That's what we're seeing out here.
Jeff, this is amazing stuff. That is an absolutely stunning interview. And I think everyone on this couch sympathizes with what Canadians are going through, and not to mention what is also taking place in the United States of America. But I'm curious, as you've talked to people there in Ottawa, what does victory look like When do the trucks go home? When would they say mission accomplished? I believe very deeply in some of the abstractions they're talking about. I don't want to live in a world of masks and QR codes. I don't want you taking food off my family's plate. But I'm curious, from a real substantive level, what does victory look like for the protesters?
I wish there was one voice that they would speak with, but this is a diverse group. It's not just the truckers saying, end the cross-border vaccination issue. The mandates, there are people that say the mandates all need to go away. This has brought together people that feel passion about this government across a host of issues. I do think the trucks go away if you do get an end to the mandates and the government backs off of that. But that's not as simple as, it's not just the federal government here, it's the individual provinces as well. So it's complicated.
So, Jeff, this isn't just an Ottawa story. I mean, the fact is they've stopped border crossings at Windsor, Alberta opposite Montana, at Emerson in Manitoba, across from North Dakota. So this is affecting America. This was an Ottawa trucker story, but now it's a Canada, North America freedom story. Don't you agree?
The power of these trucks and truckers, is playing out all across the border. Of course, as you know, I've covered the auto industry for years, and there's so much cross-border traffic there, can't take place right now. This harkens back to, the 20s and farmers. Remember the farmers? Well, you don't remember it. I don't either, but I read history. The farmers coming to Washington and bringing their plows in the streets of Washington. That's some of what you're seeing here. I mean, and these trucks, they're talking about maybe trying to, tow them out. We're going to make them leave. Good luck with that. We're talking hundreds of trucks. If you've ever seen a big rig towed by, a wrecker somewhere, that's not an easy thing, especially with maybe thousands of people saying we don't want that to happen. They got them by the short hairs here, not to be too graphic.
Jeff, what are the truckers saying about the Canadian court freezing that $8 million that was raised to support them? How much is that going to affect this protest?
There are those who are very suspicious of the government to start with, and then you got, you had the first freezing and the first returning of the money on GoFundMe, and now this one as well. This is tremendously well organized, and that comes with some, money. That just doesn't happen. But this has been a grassroots. People showing up here, bringing gas, bringing food, just showing up with their family. So I don't know that that's going to stop it. Just freezing that money, I don't think that's going to put an end to this, because people will just come out of their homes from all across this. I talked to a guy today, drove 14 hours to be here from, halfway across Canada.
Wow.
So I don't think freezing that money is going to have a big impact.
Just a stunning, excellent report. Great to talk to you. Great to hear those voices from Canada this morning. Thank you, Jeff.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.